Hey, welcome to Being Reintegrated. This is Tim Wright, and I'm really happy to announce to you the partnership of Gnosis Online, which you can see down there, and Being Reintegrated. Brand new a sponsorship, essentially, of Gnosis Online, of the Being Reintegrated Patreon. So thank you so much to the folks at Gnosis Online. It's amazing. I can't believe that this is available finally. And, there's going to be basically funding and help with all of the future podcasts. And I smirk, because it's like a mutual benefit thing. Gnosis Online magazines are now available, back catalog online. They're coming up on the Omni shelf. I'm working hand in hand with that organization to bring about this new resurgence of esotericism. So they have found the value in being reintegrated in me as a researcher. So I'm really happy about all these developments. So what is Gnosis Online? Gnosis was a magazine in the 1980s. I know you probably heard about this, and thanks for the sponsorship to be able to talk about it. But it was a magazine in the 1980s that originally was owned by the foundation. It's a nonprofit that owned it. And that nonprofit is gone. So Gnosis Online has now come back into the foreground or the front of people's perception. And they are going to be releasing a online annual publication geared toward esoteric and occult people. So, it's a new 2025 thing. People are losing their desire for esotericism. It's becoming like something that's bored with correspondences and stuff. So, it is now back in full swing, and we are being able to be the first beneficiaries of that particular effort. So thank you, Gnosis Online. And just to my Being Reintegrated subscribers on Patreon, you can, for a limited time, have access to the Gnosis Online archive through Being Reintegrated. They have not gone completely corporate yet. I'm working with the individuals there to try to get a assistance to them from the Being Reintegrated Patreon. I'm not in the thousands of subscribers, but I guess the content is valuable enough to have grasped the attention of a subsidy. So I don't know. I don't know how this stuff works. I don't know what their mind is. I don't know what the motivations are. But I've gotten to be the content expert, I guess, on Gnosis Magazine's new stuff. And, I'm getting to have a valuable position with that. So it's pretty profound to be able to be in this position to talk to all my subscribers, all, handful of yous. Thank you for your support, because it's so valuable to have an effort like this. If you haven't seen the Watkins reconstruction of the Watkins manuscript has been in full swing as well, and that is being on Amazon. You can go and get you a copy. So you can go to Amazon and pick you up a copy of Volume 1 and 2 now. I'll show you up there. Volume 1 is a put-together group of articles it has been academically reviewed, and there's only a small handful of manuscripts missing. So that'll be in future editions. And then Volume 2 is an unpublished version of Mon Portrait, which pretty amazing stuff, which I used again for my book, The 100 Aphorisms of Magian Gnosis, which just came out. You can get that on Amazon. Now, what Magian Gnosis, this is what I wanted to talk about. All that being said, what Magian Gnosis essentially is we're going back to the English societies of magic as a tradition. Using the Sloan manuscript, that has now been completely published, so it is available. And what the aphorisms do essentially is give you a grounding in the mind of the Renaissance Magi. As Christine Payne Towler called it, the mind of the Renaissance Magi. So that's kind of what we're looking at here, the John Dee mindset, the mindset of Giordano Bruno, of the real lions of the history of esotericism. We're looking at that through these aphorisms. Now, there's definitely some scholarship that can be done on it, but the beautiful part about it is that the aphorisms have in them an inherent blessing. And recently, Kim Publishing has been doing a translation effort on what's called, I want to get the name right, it's called Shere Sedek. It's a continuation of Gikatela's Kabbalistic instructions for prophetic Kabbalah. Well, I've been reading that, and it's going to be available soon at Kim Publishing. And, Gnosis Online is probably going to have an article about it in their book about the new effort in English with AI and doing these publications. So it's amazing where we're getting right now. The ability to just be able to do this is so profound. But what the gates of righteousness is what it's called, is basically a continuation of the gates of light. And in the gates of righteousness, Gikatela starts talking about this really amazing thing. He talks about the Merkaba and how there's an inner and an outer Merkaba, and that your inner alignment with this center of not gravity, but the center of the universe, the axis mundi, so to speak, or the soul of the world, as you'll learn about in Schelling. I did a publication on that, which sells like crazy, of the German Romanticism of Schelling with Bader's commentary. We got that too, but what is happening is when you establish the central axis, and I'm using these words very specifically, you get into what Gikatela calls the blessing of the 13th position. When you're in that blessing state, what happens is there's an unraveling of the Urim and the Thummim that comes out at you. Now, Urim and Thummim is very, very specific language, and it is something that the Gulden de Rosenkreuz brought up in their Magia Divina, which I, again, wanted to reference you to the book of Tommy Westland. He has done the redone version of Bonnie Prince Charles, I think his name is, Magia Divina. So the Alchemy group, which you can get their books. So, this publishing effort, I think that's why Gnosis Online has picked up a lot of these publishing efforts, because Kim Publishing is pushing out new content from the French and German Illuminism, recontextualizing Saint Martin, helping to push forward the new agenda of the Omni Shelf, and Gnosis Online is on the Omni Shelf, so you can get back orders, and future orders will be available to subscribers. I mean, it's a profound and amazing opportunity. So there's more of that to come. Right now I'm doing the Being Reintegrated portal for Gnosis Online. But, those efforts are going to change. And, ground supporters will have an access to the benefits of being on the supporters page. Right after the editors and Indicia and the magazine will be the supporters page. So you're re-supporting, originally, Jay Kinney, the publisher of Gnosis magazine, paid his own money to have it done. They had volunteer work. It was a nonprofit. I mean, they didn't have the level of corporate structure that we have now. And like with Gaia and stuff like that, we really have an opportunity here to absolutely just reshape the esoteric world. Along with Tommy's new book, which was originally considered only for the top of the top of the Golden Rosenkreuz. You could not even get into that zone unless you were, I think it was a 9th or 10th degree person in the GURC. So Tommy has done a great job with that book. I highly recommend it. I'll show you a copy up there, but absolutely amazing stuff. So I just wanted to personally highlight that. I'm not paid to advertise anything. I do run my own publishing company, but you know, through the help of the Patreon, Gnosis Online, all our friends in the publishing world, and your support of Kim Publishing, things are actually turning out to be pretty cool for this researcher guy. So I just wanted to say thank you once again and notify you of the new partnership with Being Reintegrated and Gnosis Online. I hope you go subscribe, and I hope you pick up those back issues, and more to come.